Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again, and it's time to go hoard up. Are you guys ready? I know I sure am. Today, this week actually, is not a big release week when it comes to new release titles and things. The new Jim Carrey movie hits Blu-ray today called Dark Crimes. I got a chance to watch this a couple of days ago, and it's a really kind of different kind of performance, from Jim Carrey and everything like that. That's to say, some crazy stuff goes down in here, and he gets kind of naked, sort of. You have to watch the movie to see it. Kind of wacky. That one was released today, along with the movie Overboard with Anna Faris is another new release that's hitting stores today, which I talked about in past videos. But other than that, I'm going to be hitting up, some thrift stores and things, just see if I can find, any cool hidden deals in these places. But before I head on out there, I want to let you guys all know, at the end of this video, I'm going to have some DVD and Blu-ray reviews, and my mom's going to be popping in with her guest reviews this week. But before I head on out there today, guys, I got this Blu-ray in right here that I want to talk to you guys about for a moment, and that is the Cobra Kai Season 1 Blu-ray right here. I found a person on eBay that was selling Season 1 on Blu-ray and DVD, and this is the complete series here. This is not officially released because this, of course, is a YouTube Red show, but like if you guys want to get this on Blu-ray, it does look really good. You get all the episodes from the season on it, along with a lot of like different special features like, Wax On, Go F Yourself, that little Funny or Die skits on here, along with some other little, like special feature stuff, which is kind of cool, for, a burn on, demand kind of thing. You get disc art, you even get art in the back of the cover, the back, flip side cover and things. But if you guys want to, get this Blu-ray or a DVD version of Cobra Kai Season 1, I'll have a link for it down below to their eBay page. I believe they're called Stinky Tuna and everything. So if you guys want to pick it up, check out the eBay link in the description box of this video. But guys, let's get on out of here and see what kind of fun stuff we can find today. At my first location of the day, the local Big Lots. Let's head on in there and see if they've restocked their DVDs and Blu-rays since the last time I've been in here. But yeah, guys, it's been a while since I've checked the DVDs and Blu-rays over here at Big Lots, but who knows if they even have gotten anything new over the last couple of weeks since the last time I've been here. I don't know if I've ever seen First Sunday before in a Big Lots, but I know I've seen it, and it was just kind of like a whatever kind of forgettable kind of comedy. I think I've only ever seen it once, but I was just like, do I have to revisit it again? But from the looks of it, it doesn't look like they really replenished anything in the last little while. There are like a little section of Blu-rays right here with like Little Man and In the Valley of Eli and stuff, and the First Transporter and everything, but it looks like a lot of sort of the same stuff that's been here for the last couple of weeks and stuff, or months actually. The Hills Have Eyes 2, the remake of Part 2, and Fartin' All Stars for $3. I think that one went down in price since the last time, but I already own that one. But it doesn't look like there's, like I said, anything really new or different here. Well, you never know unless you check. Struck out there. Well, over at my next stop of the day, the local Best Buy. Let's head on in there and see if they have anything cool going on. Well guys, just got into Best Buy right here, and they have like this new $4.99 Blu-ray dump in here, kind of like how Walmart has. And they have, of course, just different titles in here, like ones I'm not used to seeing really in the dump ins right here, like newer-ish, kind of stuff. Some of his stuff's kind of old, but like LA Confidential, the 20th anniversary edition, that's kind of cool. That's up in there. And this one right here, I got a DVD review copy of this, Table 19. I actually kind of really like this one with Anna Kendrick and what's his name again? Craig Robinson, who I got to hang out with one night at this comedy club, which was super cool. That's cool. They also have like Snatched and everything, and Devil Wears Prada, which is something that you usually see in dump-ins and everything. But yeah, just make sure you guys check out your local, Best Buy to see what they, added in their little dump-in over here. Well, now I'm over here at the new release section, guys. I know there's not going to be a whole lot to see and look at, but I believe Star Blazers $21.99 was released today. This is one of those, anime films or series that I've never really get into, because I can't say they're bad, I just never really watch them. But of course, Overboard came out. There's no 4K edition of this film, but this is of course a remake and everything. But I got a chance to watch this weeks back, and I thought it was, you know, kind of enjoyable for what it was. Not amazing, but it was a decent watch. In front of the store. And here's another one that was released today called The Miracle Season, here on DVD. I think this might, yeah, it stars Helen Hunt and William Hurt in it. I've seen this one, but Helen Hunt's always cool since I've always liked her from Mad About You and things. And another one that came out today is Counterpart Season 1 here on Blu-ray. My mom will be talking about and reviewing this at the end of this video here, so stay tuned for that. And I believe this one came out today, Tully with Charlize Theron. I believe this is the movie that she gained like 50 or 60 pounds for, you know, for the role in this movie. This one looks kind of interesting to me. Well, out of Best Buy and on over to Goodwill. Let's head on in there. I haven't been in this Goodwill in a few weeks now, so let's see if they have anything new. Aye, crikey. I see the movies off in the distance. But I'm gonna look through here, and if I see anything cool, I'll point them out to you guys. Hopefully we can find some out of prints or something. Well, I've been looking through here just for a couple moments now, and I think I came across a movie that was out of print at one time. I'm not sure if it is anymore, but I know the VHS was going for crazy prices at one time, but Dancer in the Dark with Bjork and everything. This one's, I believe, only going for $2.99 over here, and has like just like one or two little light scratches to it. But from what I am remembering, if I can actually get these words out of my mouth, is that this one is going for pretty decent prices online. So I may just grab this one because I haven't seen this one in a while. It's kind of a depressing movie though, kind of like this one right over here. If you ever seen this one, it's one of those movies you kind of only want to watch once because it kind of depresses the shit out of you, but recommend for a dream. But yeah guys, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of different stuff here this week. They do have like random seasons of like, you know, the Vampire Diaries on like DVD and stuff, and they have a lot of these like UFC like DVDs. I think someone made of this, like giving up their collection of their old Ultimate Fighting Championship you know, sets over here. These are kind of cool. I used to watch the UFC stuff back in the day, but I haven't watched them in a very long time. Like I believe this one has like Ken Shamrock in it, who was also in, you know, WWF or E or whatever back in the day, but I don't see myself getting up on those. Well, out of Goodwill right now, picked up two things in there, and I thought they were going to be worth something, but I looked them up on online. They're really not worth much of anything, but I just kind of wanted to get them to, you know, watch them, you know, what the hell. Well guys, at my last stop of the day, the Open Book. I haven't been in here for a while. They have, of course, books and a nice selection of like DVDs and like Blu-rays in there, like used ones and things. I was planning on going to like Target or Walmart, but all they're really gonna have there is, you know, Tully and Overboard and stuff, so might as well go to a place where I could possibly find something cool. And this is the first. They have some DVDs and CDs and different things outside before I walk in, so let's see if they have anything out here. These are like the budget ones, like ones they have for like $1 that they're just trying to, you know, move out of here. You know what I mean? Like Roll Bounce with Nick Cannon and Bow Wow back in the day. But yeah, it's just a lot of generic ones up here. Old school Hollywood Video sticker and everything for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, which I kind of remembered liking when I first saw, but I can see why some fans don't like that one. But yeah, I'm not really seeing much out here DVD wise, so let's head on into the store. Well guys, I'm in here now. It looks like they changed up the movie area that they had. They just kind of like dumped them in all together. They used to have like stuff separated out a little bit, but I'm just looking through here, and the first thing I saw was like a movie from my childhood, White Fang, $2.95. Not a bad price, but I remember really liking that one. And this one right here was a fun movie to watch too back in the day, Star Kid. It was out of print at one time, like, or really hard to find, but I'm sure you can just find it easily now out there in stores. But that one was actually a fun childhood favorite of mine. They even have like the big top edition of Dumbo, which I believe didn't they just make a live action movie with like Danny DeVito that's going to be coming out real soon. But I'm going to search through here and see if I can find anything cool or, you know, out of print or just out of the ordinary. And you see what I'm talking about when I say out of the ordinary? They have like the One-Armed Swordsman, the original one from the Shaw Brothers collection right here. I already own this already. This is put out by, I believe, the Weinstein Company. You know, because they used to release like old martial art classic films. But like, this is amazing, man. That's pretty cool. A little out of the ordinary. And they have a couple of copies of something called the Sunset Strip, which may be like a documentary and stuff about the Sunset Strip and all different like nightclubs that they have. Well, getting out of the Open Book right now, picked up one thing in there. Let's head on home and I'll show you guys what I picked up today. Alright everyone, I'm now home from hoarding up up, about to show you guys what I picked up today. I also got a package in the mail here from Shout Factory, which I'll unbox in a second. But the 3 things I picked up today, 2 of which were at the Goodwill. One of them is, of course, Dancer in the Dark, which I just had to pick up, and I found out it's not really worth anything. It's about worth the price I paid for it. But it's a movie I remembered kind of liking when I first saw it back in the day. But you know, I'll give this one a second chance. And I'm not sure if I don't think I have it on DVD. And the other one I got, I don't think I've ever seen before. And if I have, it's been so long. And I know it was going for crazy prices at one point, but it's not now. And that is Mommy Dearest. This is like the anniversary edition or some sort of thing, some different edition with like all these special features on it. And I don't believe there's a Blu-ray release of this, at least out here in the States. So I said, screw it, $2.99, I'll grab it. There's no scratches on it and stuff. It has a slipcase to it. And the other thing I picked up was over at the Open Book. It was a documentary. They had two things of it, one with a slipcase and one without a slipcase. And the one with the slipcase was new. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just get it, $2.95. And it's that Sunset Strip. It looks like a documentary about Hollywood and the Sunset Strip, about, like, you know, the Viper Room and the Roxy and Whiskey A Go Go and the Comedy Store and stuff like that. And it has like interviews in here with Slash, Johnny Depp, and the Pussycat Dolls and Hugh Hefner and stuff. So this could be kind of cool. I have no idea. I've never seen it before. But let's get on to the package that I got right here before we head upstairs for the review portion of this video. This was from Shout Factory. So let's see what came in the mail today. Oh yeah, boy! Mac and Me. I got the new Mac and Me Blu-ray right here, which I'll be talking about in future videos after I, you know, watch it and talk, you know, watch it and relive it, because I haven't seen this one in a long time, but I remember loving it. It's kind of like, you know, one of those E.T. ripoffs that came out back around that same time E.T. did, and everything. But this one looks like it has like new audio commentary track by the filmmakers. Some new interview with one of the 2 of the stars, theatrical trailer and TV spots and things. But do you guys remember the movie Mac and Me from back in the day? I sure do. But guys, let's head on upstairs for some DVD and Blu-ray reviews. Alright everyone, now on to my review portion of this video right here. I have a handful of Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff to talk to you guys about today. So let's get started with it. First up over here from Warner Brothers, I got this one sent to review for free. And this one right here stars Melissa McCarthy, and it's called Life of the Party right here on Blu-ray and DVD. And this one right here is kind of another generic comedy film starring Melissa McCarthy, and in this one her daughter is going to college and everything like that. She's very excited and very happy for her daughter going to college, but at the same time being kind of like, oh, do I really want her to go? You know, kind of thing, like really doesn't want her to go, but is really happy for her daughter. But as soon as her and her husband drop her off at college, her husband says, I want a divorce. I can't be with you anymore. And it's like totally shatters her world. And at the same time, she doesn't really know what to do. And she decides to go to college, to the same college as her daughter, because, you know, she was a few credits short in her life, so she, you know, wants to, you know, graduate college herself. And it's just pretty much her getting into shenanigans with her and her daughter's friends. And her daughter's always kind of, not always, but, you know, it's kind of like embarrassed a little bit, but yet her friends really love her mom. And but, you know, you have to come to watch the movie to find out what happens. It was just, you know, just kind of like a soft, a soft comedy. Nothing super amazing. Nothing really stood out to me in this one. I do like Melissa McCarthy in some movies and anything. She wasn't really like loud and annoying or super obnoxious in this one, at least to me. But it just didn't really bring the laughs, in my opinion, on, you know, in this film. But we do get some behind-the-scenes featurettes on here. You get a gag reel and Bill Hader-Rama on here, you know, just like, you know, little, like, you know, bloopers and different outtakes and things on here. It's okay. I just don't see myself really watching this one again, to be honest. And next up over here, I got from MovieZing.com. It's a website where all the stuff that they have on there are burn-on-demand titles, like titles that you can't really find in stores. You only can get from their website. And this one right here is a movie I'm kind of happy is on Blu-ray because, I don't know, I know it's not an amazing movie, but I always kind of liked it. And I believe this is like, what, the second or third movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito made together. The first one being twins, and I know they were in Last Action Hero together. But this one right here is one from my childhood, and that is Junior. Here on Blu-ray, of course, this is the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant, and you'll be like, what? How does a guy get pregnant? It's about these two guys. One guy is like a guy, not gynecologist, but a doctor that deals with pregnant women and helping them out along their pregnancy. And the other one's like in the lab. Arnold Schwarzenegger's like in the lab trying to develop different little things to maybe help women be able to give birth if they're having a hard time with it. And there's trying to figure out different serums and things like that. But last minute their funding gets pulled, so they can't go ahead with their plans for what they accomplished, because they just finished their thing. But then the college that they work at is like, okay, we're done, moving on. But yet they wanted to test out the product that they came up with in the lab. So Danny DeVito injects Schwarzenegger with the serum and, of course, a donor egg, and so Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant, and you have to watch the movie to see what happens, because he goes to mood swings and starts eating random stuff like pickles and peanut butter and jelly and stuff but all together at the same time. It's like really wacky and over the top. It's definitely not like the best movie on the planet, but if you want to see just these two funny guys and together in a movie, I don't know, I always kind of like it. It's not as good as I remembered it to be when I first watched it back in the day. But this Blu-ray right here has an old vintage featurette on there, featurette with the cast and crew talking about the movie. It's like 5 minutes or so long on this Blu-ray. But yeah, I just want to let you guys all know that you can get Junior out on Blu-ray now from moviezyng.com. But right now I'm going to cut on over to the other room where my mom has another review or two, one from moviezyng.com, which is a season of The Amazing Race.
Hello, it's me again. I have two things for you, and of course, as you know, would be my episodic television or TV series that I like. And the first one up, I really love this series, and this is exclusively from moviezyng.com. It's the 18th season of The Amazing Race. Oh, I love this show so much, and I wish I was younger. I would go on it in an instant if I could. And this particular season, the 18th season, is special. They also name it Unfinished Business, because all the teams that are competing in the 18th season have already done so and lost in previous seasons. So they'll bring back, some of the people you remember from the other shows. So I really liked that a lot. As you know, Amazing Race, they just, race around the world. I think it's like 5 continents, 20 countries, that kind of thing. And they do anything from making fire pieces out of water buffalo manure. I forget, there's just other things, that are entertaining and challenges that they have to do. And like I said, I really liked this season because it brought back a number of favorites that I liked from previous seasons. And I still like them, and you always find yourself rooting for the people you like. And it never fails. It's like, nuts. Like if a taxi driver has to stop and get gas or some other unfortunate incident along the race. But if you've never seen Amazing Race, I would pick it up. Maybe not necessarily this season, but I love this season, and if you've been into it for a while, pick up season 18. It's terrific. I love it. And the last one I have for you today is from Lionsgate, and I don't mean to be a downer. I like it, like I always seem to. It's called Counterpart, and it's with one of my favorite actors, J.K. Simmons. You may remember him from, Special Victims Unit, various other things. But he's the primary character in this particular series called Counterpart. If I hadn't watched shows like The Fringe or Flash, I may have gotten into this a little more than I have. As you know, Fringe and Flash had parallel universes. Well, so does this one. Now, the way they introduce it is obviously different than the other shows, but it's still parallel universes. In other words, in a parallel universe, he's mild-mannered in our universe, and in the parallel universe, he's a not like a bounty hunter, but a tougher guy, and not milquetoast like in our universe. So from that perspective, it's kind of interesting to see, the milquetoast version, just looking at his other self going, holy moly, didn't know I had that in me, as it were. And I'm still going to continue to watch it. I've only probably watched about 3 episodes. I do like it, but like I say, it's sort of on the same themes that I've seen before. But if you like parallel universe stuff, pick it up. It's interesting. Like it. See you later. Back to Brendan.
All right, everyone. We're back on over here for my reviews right here. I got a couple more here from Lionsgate, like my mom just talked about Counterpart Season 1. I also got this one sent to us from Lionsgate, and that is the 4K edition of the Transporter 3 right here. This one, I can't believe, is celebrating its 10th anniversary already. Transporter 3 has been out for 10 years. What? You know what I mean? Because I remember seeing these ones as they were coming out, on physical media back in the day when I was working at Blockbuster and things. It's just over the top, cheesy action flicks that I always kind of like, and Jason Statham was always cool. But the movies I fell in love with, not fell in love, like I'm not in love, with Jason Statham, but like those Crank movies back in the day were like, yes, those ones were the shit to me back in the day, and I always kind of liked the Transporter ones too. But I gotta say, this one right here does look and sound a lot better than the previous edition of it on Blu-ray that came out. And if you're a 4K connoisseur, I do recommend the upgrade on 4K on this one. You do get the audio commentary tracks and the special features and all that other stuff that was on their previous Blu-ray editions. On this 4K right here. But if you're a fan of the Transporter movies, just want to let you know you can get the third one out right now from Lionsgate Home Entertainment on 4K, baby. And next up over here is something like I've always kind of enjoyed, like a guilty pleasure. The original series is my absolute favorite because that's what I grew up watching. But I can't believe the show has been on, almost like 25 years now. Like this year or next year is the 25th anniversary. But this one right here is the season 24 of Power Rangers. But this one's called Power Rangers Ninja Steel, and this is the complete series or the complete season right here on DVD, where you get all 22 episodes of this new season here. And I think the next season is going to be Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Oh man, I blanked on it. I can't remember what the next season is going to be. That's going to be airing soon on television. But I watched a handful of episodes so far of this season, and because I have watched like sporadic episodes throughout the years and stuff as I get them on DVD to talk about a review or buy in stores when I'm out there. But this one right here is kind of a little unique and a little bit different than previous Power Ranger seasons that I've seen. They still have the weird, goofy monsters, like people in those big outfits and I'm gonna get you, Power Rangers, and all that kind of stuff. But in here, it's about this really bad guy in space. I believe his name is Galvanax, who's like this really big bad guy who's out there trying to find these, power stars that are in this like big, like, not amulet, but like this big, circles thing, and he holds this big competition out there that he televises out to all these other monsters and cretins out there in space, and I think it's called the Galaxy Warriors, And it's kind of like, you know, battle to the death kind of thing, where each warrior, they go head to head, and whoever wins can maybe reach their hand into this, you know, big amulet thing and maybe pull out a ninja star, and if whoever does so, they can, you know, win the mega prize. And one day that ninja sphere or whatever goes spinning out of control and shoots down to Earth, where of course these teenagers come across it and they reach their hands in and become the Power Rangers and everything. And it's this, you know, Galvanax trying to take out the Power Rangers because he wants those stars for himself and so he can have all the power in the world. You know, Galvanax, I guess, is kind of like the new Zord, you know, Lord Zed or Rita for this season right here. And yeah, it's about 8 hours and 15 minutes of pure entertainment of Power Ranger goodness right here in this season. I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of this one so far. It's pretty fun, but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is where it's at for me, man. But yeah, next up over here is another one from Lionsgate Home Entertainment. This one stars, it's called Nicole Kidman and Elle Fanning, and that is How to Talk to Girls at Parties. And this one was a really kind of wacky, over-the-top kind of flick, in my opinion. It's like it deals with like teenagers and like aliens and like space, and it's just kind of like, what? You know, it takes place in 1977 in London or England or whatever, and during like the punk rock age, where people are like, yeah man, bam, bam, you know, like, just going around like, you know, you know, back in the punk rock age. And it's about these three friends that are going to this club and everything and partying and rocking out, but yet they're trying to find like what's going on at this after party, you know, that's going down, because they, you know, the after hours after party, because they still want to party and get down. And they go to this house, and what they witness there is a little different. You know, they have all these people, like, it looks like an art crowd of people just like looking and acting kind of weird and strange, and they're like punk rockers kind of, and like, what's going on here? But come to find out that these people are aliens, and you know, these aliens are trying to be like humans, and you kind of have to watch the movie to see what's gonna go on. It's a visually appealing movie, but like it took me a while to kind of get into it. To be honest, maybe I was like in the wrong mood, wrong frame of mind or something like that, because I tried to watch it after a long day of work, and I was just kind of like, do I like this? Do I care? It looks cool. Am I high right now? No, I don't think so, because I can't do that, because they can drug test me at work, and I'm not trying to get in trouble. But no, this movie was just kind of, you know, I'm going to have to give this one a second viewing. The acting was fine. It looks visually stunning, in my opinion here. But on this Blu-ray, you get an audio commentary track by the director and some of the actors, and some deleted scenes on here. But if it sounds interesting to you, give it a watch. And next up over here, of course, I got from EpicPictures.com, and it's part of their Dread Central Presents line. And I got this one when I was at the To Hell and Back screening, and I got a handful of them, but I'm still working my way through them. And this this one right here is called The Terrifier. This one here is about this you know, guy dressed as a clown, or person dressed as a clown. You don't know if it's really a guy, girl, whatever, that I noticed when I was watching it. This person dressed as a clown, kind of being weird and creepy, going around, you know, stalking people in ways, and like pizza places, and kind of like luring them into his like weird abandoned, like kind of, you know, apartment that's about to get fumigated, that's kind of like falling apart. And he's like, you know, killing people and torturing them, you know, in this weird little complex that he lives in. And the kills in here were pretty damn brutal, and, you know, pretty well done for a low budget kind of flick. You know, there's like a person, I don't want to ruin it. You guys are gonna have to watch this Terrifier movie for yourself. The person that plays the clown in here is just really creepy, and he just did a very good job in this movie. And I believe this character of this clown was in a movie that I've seen years ago. I think it's something called All Hallows Eve, but I could be wrong and everything. But like, I don't know, man. This movie was kind of cool. And a person that was actually in one of my videos in the past is actually in here in this movie. Her name is Catherine Corcoran. She's a Trauma alum, and she's just really, really good in this movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have a little crush on her. She's the blonde girl that's in this flick. If you ever seen it, you know who I'm talking about. But she's actually really good in here. Kind of have a little crush on her. I'm not gonna lie. But if you guys love creepy clown movies, give this one a watch, man. It's kind of out there. And if you guys like really gruesome kills, decapitations, people getting cut in half, kind of. Check it out. But you get some, of course, commentaries and a whole bunch of special features on there. So check it out. There's also a special reversible cover on this bad boy. If you guys want it, if you buy it, you can flip it over. You'll see. And next up over here, I got from Sony Home Entertainment, and this one's the new 4K edition. I believe it came with a slipcover, but my review copy, I didn't get a slipcover with it. And this one stars Denzel Washington in The Equalizer. And I know this one just got a sequel that's in theaters or about to hit theaters. I can't wait to check that one out because I've always kind of really liked this one when I saw it for the first time. Denzel Washington's always kind of cool, in my opinion. Always been a fan of his since like the movie The Preacher's Wife, and of course, you know, Training Day and stuff. But I'm just like throwing out random, you know, Denzel movies, but I've always liked his work. And in this movie right here, also stars Chloe Grace Moretz, who plays like this young prostitute that works the streets. And every once in a while, Denzel Washington and her, they kind of come across each other in this like little coffee shop, you know, kind of place. Like, you know, just like they sort of just see each other. They're just sort of there. And after a while, like Denzel Washington kind of, you know, kind of witnesses her getting messed with, and but yet he has this dark past, and his dark past comes back to, you know, and he goes kind of nuts, and you have to watch the movie to see, you know, what happens and, you know, what he does when it comes to Chloe Grace Moretz and what's going on in this movie. I don't know, this movie was entertaining. I can't wait to see the second one, to be honest. This one has all the original special features that were on the DVD and Blu-ray editions of the film that came out already. But the picture quality and sound quality are absolutely superb in here. It has nice deep black levels in here. The color palette is just very nice when it comes to the 4K on this disc right here. So if you're a fan of 4K and Denzel Washington, and you want to see Denzel Washington in all 4K glory, baby, make sure you guys check out this one out right now. And last but not least, I got from 20th Century Fox, this one right here came in one of my little mystery boxes that I get sent from 20th Century Fox of, like, you know, review product and things. And this one right here I was just really happy to get because I kind of wanted to see this one when it came out and I missed it. And that is Love, Simon here. This one here is about this young boy named Simon. You know, he's just a regular, you know, high school kid who has his handful of friends, but yet he has this secret that he hasn't, you know, told his family, told his closest friends, but yet he's gay. And he's just really kind of scared and doesn't really know how to say it. And yet he has this little relationship with another gay person that's, you know, going to his school, but he doesn't know who it is. But yet they're having like this little chat together, you know, in this little online chat board. And one day that chat board gets leaked. And you kind of have to watch the movie to see how he deals with it and what happens when people find out that, you know, he's gay. I found this movie to be just really well done. I really did enjoy Jennifer Garner's performance in here playing the mother and everything like that. And just the whole supporting cast in this film just did a very, very good job. I believe it may have been based on a book, but you know me, I don't read a whole bunch of books or anything like that, but it does have a lot of special features in here, you know, the same old stuff that you get on, you know, Blu-rays and DVDs these days, you know, behind the scenes commentaries and stuff. But if you love coming of age movies, definitely give this one a watch. I highly, highly recommend it. But thank you guys so much for coming by and supporting my videos. Make sure you guys check out the last video I uploaded, going to Midsummer Scream with my friend Jose and his family, and just witnessing all the creepy ghosts and ghouls and different things like that. Because it's like a Halloween themed convention where they have like little haunted mazes and cool horror memorabilia and things like that. I had a good old time. They even had a Hocus Pocus reunion there with Thora Birch and Mick Garris, which I thought was a lot of fun. Even got my Blu-ray signed by some of the panelists and things. Make sure you guys check out that video. Give this one a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys all next time.